Hello everyone. Have you ever seen an anime? There is no main character. If not, I would like to introduce you today. A movie like that. When watching movies, remember to focus, it's not easy to get confused. Set 1. The beginning of the episode takes us to a labyrinthine city of Nagin, where the Carnation was built. From the center of the great labyrinth of Kairuna, by the self-proclaimed king of Maya. Juno is a student at a magic school. There she met a white-haired friend. It's pretty cute. You to get used to it quickly and become close friends. Their time passed quite peacefully. But then one day, suddenly the giant maze awoke and destroyed the whole city. So many innocent people had to die, including Juno's white-haired friend. When her friend was killed, she was afraid. Watch Anne run away. After a run of life, she's surrounded by a horde of soldiers. As soon as when he came to attack, suddenly there was a man, along with a sword. Come out and kill those monsters. His name is Sojiro. The people here call people like him is a visitor from a distant world. It's a very different place than this world. Sojiro asked Juno for something to put in his stomach. In return, this guy will help you destroy the monster. The girl's magic was also very good. He asked you to teach him. But the characteristics of people from the world, it's impossible to use the term. So it's impossible to learn magic with them. Juno tried to stop this brain stitch from taking a risk. But her words are like water pouring down a duck's head. That guy's still rushing to fight the giant monster with just a blunt sword. In a minute, he cut the monster raw into pieces. While fighting with it, this guy's analyzing it to find its fault. That this is a character who can use his brain. It's not the inanimate kind. Juno was shocked to see such absurd power. You asked me why that maze woke up. Is it because you're attracted to power? The power of this man or not? Or himself woke it up to satisfy his fighting hobby. It's impossible to predict the monster. That still doesn't satisfy Sojiro. He still wants to fight the stronger. Juno suggested sending him to Arasha. That country is gathering a lot of powerful people all over the world to hold a big ceremony. Juro volunteered as a guide for this guy. Her main purpose is to learn the truth of the distant world. And this Sojiro too. It's from two strangers. They went on a journey together. And there are countless monks out there, walking on the horizon. This is the story of the first. He can defeat demons with just a sword. An advanced swordsman. Standard prediction of weakness. The death of every living thing. And have a killer instinct. He is the swordsman Sojiro. Episode 2. The new principality of Lithia was a small divided kingdom from Arabia. This kingdom is ruled by a female Kai general. Her name is Terran. The general's declaration of independence. It is considered an action, serious armed provocation with high possibility. Threaten control of the border of Oriatia. On a beautiful day, Lana has been arranged to return to Lithia after being sent to spy by Terran. But it seems that today, they weren't lucky because they had a bunch of them. The hungry bird follows. It's not just dragonflies, and their car was followed by bandits. What day is it so bad? When the bandits had lost their patience and were about to strike. Then suddenly, a flock of ostriches fly from the direction of the city to attack them. These are dragons. Was tamed to protect the city. With their power soon enough, the bandits were wiped out. Top of the herd, order the others to continue the attack. The wild dragonflies are coming. I have been trained. They should be wild. That's not their opponent. The leader has launched a very powerful attack. Wipe out the rest of the dragons. Arasha is a city ruled by the queen. The last minion. Political power is in your hands. 20 of the executive. 2 of them. We're working on a plan to deal with Lithia. In the future, it's clear that just using bandits isn't enough. War should only be a last resort. The man in the hat proposed an assassination attempt on Tharan. He asked permission to use his army. After being licensed, this guy let go of a very dangerous figure. In a distant canyon, 6 generals. Hagen of Arabia is leading soldiers to slay dragons. He got the news. The dragon was badly injured. So this is a very tough fight. If you can destroy it, his name will be recorded in the history books. An urgent message has been sent. 6 people were killed. Not enough surprises. Hagen was dragged out of the tent by a mysterious force. And then there's a giant pillar of fire. The more we scan the entire barracks, a large dragon appeared in front of the general. It covers him. Are there any more sanctions coming? The old man was surprised. Heavy wounds on the dragon. I don't know who the strong man was. It reveals that these wounds were caused by an ostrich. Long cause. Just as he was about to be killed. Then that dragon bird appeared. Its name is Alud. A bird has gone everywhere. Conquer a lot of labyrinths. And now it's here to destroy a legend. With his superhuman skills, the dragon. Kia's body is not its rival. The war also ended quickly. But it seems Hagen. It's quite frustrating to get the help of Alud. He still sees this old man as a friend. While 2 friends are talking, the big guy hit 2 people. As a result, he told Long Young, make a pair. After the work is done, Root said goodbye to his old friend to go to Mekamnagan. He is the one who can use it. All kinds of weapons with all kinds of different abilities. Is the owner of countless unusual magical items. With the desire to defeat all dragons. Made you the fastest creature in the air. He is the Aluk. A peaceful day has come again on the new kingdom of Lithia. A female general. Walking the streets of the kingdom. She seems to be very popular with the people here. She is the guardian. A female general with a firm position on C12. 9 generals of Arasha. Throughout the 23rd general, she's a very talented person. It's not just martial arts, but also political talent. When the real Maya died, she declared her independence from Oriatia and attributed to the self-proclaimed Maya. This country is now are preparing for conflict with Oriatia. Dakai returned after completing the mission that Tharan delivered to. That thing that he brought back from Nagan is called Cold Sow. This is a magic tool from the time of the real Maya. If you use it as a weapon, it's very easy to wipe out a city. That's right, nothing from the other side of the world is good. Including Cayenne become his magic sword. It's a sword that can help its owner. Active in every battle. Terran suspect in the kingdom. Someone is leaking information out. So he sent the Dakai to investigate and solve them. You take too long. Let this guy find out. This guy went to see 3 people who looked suspicious. In an alley. Of course they are the ones who smuggled the kingdom out. With my special eyes. Dakai, quickly locate the rest of the people. And destroy the entire drive. He also pulled out a suspicious piece of paper. Written in Braille. The body of one of them. He uses the sword very skillfully. But he's a thief. An entity that exists wrong. There is nothing on the other side of the world. He can stop the bullets. And has extraordinary vision. With a magical sword. He defies plunder. Everything in any world. He's a two-dimensional stone. Renzi is the leader of the dragons that protect Lithia. One of the animals broke the rules, so he went out and purged him. It is also used as an anvil for those who dare to break the law. He immediately returned to the princess's place. She's a blind person. You two are very close. But by Renji. Don't let her touch you. So you still didn't know he was a dragon? He asked you to sing for me. The flocks of the Renaissance, the princess's village, has been destroyed by the real Maya. You're the only ones who survived. They both struggled to live on. Until she was adopted by Tharan. The dragon advised her to leave the kingdom. Because war is about to break out. But the princess refused. Because I can't leave him alone. A cold-blooded commander of the lights. But this girl seems to be the exception. He is someone he values more than his life. He's the leader of a free force. Dominate the vast sky. Who commands a flock. Absolutely obedient and indifferent. He is Renzi High. Episode 4 at the Royal Capital Detention Center. Hiro has come to find the one he needs. He was told by the guards that he was in constant contact between 10 Secret Service members, has suddenly stopped. And they were all killed in one day. They need to form a formation for strategy. This time, the soldier wanted to bring 60 for members of the 16 squad. And one more sniper. This should have been reported to Elijah. He is currently the captain of the combat team. But she's in a place that radio waves can't catch. He should be a hero. He became the main responsible. You commanded them to camp in a valley to avoid being discovered by the dragons. After a long pause, you both get to a cell. A character that the hero needs to find. She looks like a normal girl. But she's the Lone Stone. Destroy an army of the old royal capital. ATA is considered the most brutal living weapon. Ada is Lam Louis Long Nilo. In a remote village far from the royal capital. This red girl is the 17th royal capital. Lishonli Fairy Alaya. She's a teacher in the village of El. The students here seem to like this teacher very much. Even in the shower. If I make you teach, I will teach you too. Among the children in this village, there's a very special one. It's this girl, her name is Kier. This girl has a great power. It can be controlled, everything according to his will through words. And Elijah's here for that power. She kept reminding Kier. Don't show too much power. Especially in the royal capital. Today is the day the teacher and Kier left the village. By using a false identity. And get a place in Shokia's royal capital. She can accomplish her goal. It's using her power to defeat every opponent. That is, even if she does. It's just a private child of the concubine. There will be no AI. Dare to look down. To break up with the teacher, the children were invited to a place with a beautiful view. During the time here, Alia has collected 10. All the information from this village and send it back to the royal capital. This is a place where the army of the royal capital can easily sweep through everything. What is needed now? Don't let an AI know. She's involved in world magic. After a short walk, we all arrived. Unfortunately, the scenery here is hidden by clouds. But there's only one word. It made the sky sunny again. This girl has a power that's too great. Kia's magic is not based on magic. The power that can change anything. The nature of anything. She can misinterpret the world with words. Who ignore all the laws of nature. One who is above all can't know yet. I know the limits of this girl, she is. Almighty language. Set year. Back to Lithia. Tharn, I had a meeting with two very important people that Lana. Not yet the grave. The skeleton is called a wolf, and the name of the tree man is Hugo. It seems that the search for language. There's been no progress. Lana thinks it's just a rumor. There's no such thing as sheer power. But if it's true, Taryn is. You have to get that guy. The language these two women are talking about is Kia's power. Asian people. The two guys that Lana brought back were very strong players. This talking bush. It's just that he's a gladiator. There has never been a defeat. Let people be clearer. Higura talked about her own past. This name is a species of ginseng. Born in the far west. He was discovered by hunters. And sell it to the arena for fun. Ginseng is a species with no resistance. There is only one way to die. But different from our species. Hugo is not easily defeated, on the contrary. There are countless people in this arena. He was lying under his knife. For a while, the tree was sold to a large arena. After every war we're learning more experience. And become invincible in the arena. Until one day, the army of the real king attacked. Then the tree is freed. Multi-CA. I quickly came to meet two new people. At first glance, you know what skills they have. Different from Hugo. This guy is a professional mercenary. This guy's reputation is always a lie. This time he asked. There's some information about death. We can also see the speed. Using the knife of the ginseng tree. Through the apple of multi-CAI. It's the deadly poison in the knife. And on top of that, he's got 42 cheaters. He is an excellent swordsman. Accompanied by deadly poison. He is more perfect. Thanks to his own peculiar physique. Submit to all. But he's not running away, he's Hugo Haitun. Hero's party has arrived in a remote village. It was late, so they decided to stay. And her escort is Kyuza. I went to a church for the night. It's mostly a place for orphans. It is also the home of this uncle. The kids here are pretty good. So Nilo has some sympathy. Uncle and girl. The criminal had a short talk. Get to know each other. They're all the same, for having survived the time of the true Maya. Bakos told him. With the help of an angel, we can survive. After having a nice meal. With the children in the church. They both went to bed. The girl in the church suddenly came looking for her. And said he wanted his teacher to join Lithia. But the teacher refused. At that moment an arrow came. The assassins rushed to take the teacher's life. Your weapon is just a shield. But the assassins. He was killed by some power. Nilo also appeared timely support. The enemy has been defeated. Though, poor girl Kier is still not immune to death. The next morning, they buried her in front of the church. Angels really exist. And there's an angel watching you. Kill anyone who tries to touch the girl. Who's immune to all outside influences. It's a kind of immaterial consciousness. And who wields absolute power. To determine all life. It is the embodiment of death. Angel's name is Nasty Provincier. Episode 6 Capital of Law. It is the closest satellite city to the new Principality of Lithia. It acts as an outpost. To Arashatrak operator side Felicia. Haido has an appointment with Yuno and Sojiro. The goal of the meeting was to get these two people participate in the fight to destroy Terran. This is also a test. Sojiro are eligible to participate in the bravery selection competition. Coming or not? Juno, please come with me. Jojiro on this mission. Because you received information that Dakai is the one who caused the disaster in Nagin. She will take revenge for her country. She must not have seen a lot of CAI. You guys should be so strong. This grandmother is weak and often takes revenge. I'll lead along. After the mission, go find your princess. The princess has not met. I met the guy who was also on patrol. I asked Mr. Long about knowing the little princess's diary. Because of him, I suspect the princess sending out information to the Kier spies. She uses Braille in this. It's right to be suspected. This make Renzi very angry and try to execute him right here. Fortunately, CAI had no intention of harming her, so there's no fighting. If you fight, this dragon will win. Number long way. The two girls finally made it to Lita. The purpose of Elijah to the city, want to destroy, who are able to find the connection. Her with Kier. And language world. Your grandmother lured Kier away to meet someone. That's Lana. She's someone who knows languages other than Alia. She penetrated into Lita as a spy for Arasha. Also her own, who imparted the concept of language to Elijah. So she needs to be eradicated first. But before I could, Kier came back. The teacher missed the opportunity. Lana and Kier quickly get to know each other. Three of them walked around Lydia together until she fell asleep. Lana told Elia to stay and watch over Kier. I'm going to buy a souvenir for her. Teacher Ra follows her, she's going to go out on the road. But unfortunately, that little girl came face to face and confessed. He set out his suspicions that someone had secretly seduced the princess. Write confidential information in a diary and sneak it out. And the one who seduced her was Lana. Of course the Dakai is full. Evidence to confirm that. The whole thing, I've been in a spy ring. When the spy girl is taken away, Alia and Kier immediately followed. Tell her to go and rescue Lana. But she's actually thinking about how to do it. To use Kia's terminology, I could have killed Lana. They were able to escape from Lydia safely. A group of Arabian troops is approaching Lithia. They are accompanied by swordsmen Sojiro and Yuno. This is the turning point for the next fierce battle. Pick them up. On the other side of the line are two powerful men. It's not trivial. That's the undertone. And Agursi. Juno is very strong when she talks to Hido. When you meet the enemy, you are afraid. Pity to turn on the murder mode. But that was stopped by Sojiro. The War of the Strong is very good. Look at this. I have to admit, the guy with the sword has a mind. Analysis and judgment are very sensitive. To kill the Eurasian soldiers in one move. And threaten Duno on horseback to get him out of there. Old man. Hagen went to the magic capital to help Hero. He is very confident that he himself, it will be useful for the battle. Because he's a dragon hunter. I can deal with dragonflies. Even Alice is on her way here. No matter what you say, Hideo will. Because this guy is very annoying. Well, an old and a young are arguing. Then two successive beams of energy shoot in. Make the magic capital. Flying color takes part. Hido didn't expect Lithia to do that. Because this capital is on the same side as Terran. I can't believe Ada used this to start a war. At the same time, news that Jiro's team was completely destroyed has been transmitted back. Maybe the sword is no longer alive. Not only that, a flock of ostriches is now heading towards the city. The current situation is critical. Hagen offered to let me go out and kill the dragonflies. But Hero Zero-E. He still wants to follow the assassination plan and let Kyuzo's team go to war. The old man is very stubborn. He went to war without any help. What a soldier. Haido gave orders to Nilo. Go to battle immediately and protect 6 generals Hagen. She wants you to promise that when she's done, you will be considered a human. A citizen of Arabia and went to school. It turns out that the desire of someone who's considered a living weapon, it's simply being human. Of course he agreed immediately. The giant wooden box was opened, which is Nilo's real weapon. A mechanical spider with tremendous power. She's quick. Connect to the machine and get to the front line. From here, Nilo officially joined the war. Episode 8 times. Before the Lydia bombing took place, Juno was arrested by the ginseng man and imprisoned in the principality. Dukai decided to let her go. Because I know she's just a commoner. Juno recognized the sword on his back and realized this person was the Deikai. You questioned this guy. Is it the one who awakens the labyrinth and destroy their homeland or not? He doesn't deny it either. But without this thief, the scholars and the explorers there will do the same. It's only a matter of time before the city is destroyed. Juno decides to kill him for revenge. But when he stands still, let her fight. This woman did not dare to do anything. Deikai advised her. Instead of revenge, find yourself a new family. Taran had a meeting with his subordinates before the war. Shirt has just returned from fighting Sojiro. He also had to admit that he was a pretty strong man. So I haven't killed the Willow Sword yet. Ordered to bring down the magic capital. Cut off supply lines and isolate the enemy. Let the enemy see the power of the bird. Before, moments after Lithia's bombing took place, the city was severely destroyed. Hagen also came to help people and keep them updated. The birds attacked by throwing stones and pumped from the air. Orash's reinforcements didn't arrive in time. The situation is generally unfavorable to them. I'm talking Hagen. He was hit in the leg by a bird. But fortunately, he's still fast enough to avoid its direct attack. As soon as the dragon tried to attack again, it's hit by a lightning bolt. The one who did that is a luck. He came to Hagen's aid, like a blue flash across the night sky. Where do you think the body is going? On Alice. They're armed with a lot of good weapons. It should be him completely, out on the Kier. Beneath the air war. You can see that Nilo is also close to the capital. Right when Lisa's bombing was happening. Alia and Kier are still on their way to save Lana. By using the language of the world, they easily broke into a high-security prison. As soon as I found Lana, Alaya asked her waist. Go out on guard to heal my friend. But Lana realized something was wrong. She immediately understood that Kier was the language world. And Elijah's here to kill himself. Just as the teacher was about to step down, Igor appeared. He immediately attacked them as Kier ordered. Deflect the knives. The attack didn't work. Ora used another trick. It's releasing toxins into the air. But Kier ordered it. Protect them from all danger so that blow. It doesn't work. Then Hyur also suddenly rolled raw died without understanding it. Sao realized that Lana has run away. So the two of you chased her. The reason the ginseng tree was killed. It's because he released the poison into the air to kill everyone. Unfortunately, Kyuzer. They're too nasty. Kill him to protect the owner. It's bad luck for the ginseng plant. Episode 9. Tojiro, after wandering around, comes close to Lydia. The soldiers defending here. He also welcomed the guy very warmly, with arrows and guns. But for this guy, it's a small thing. Right then, Nilo also arrived and broke through the weak defenses. Even if they used cannons. But you can't stop that spider. So Jiro's quite spicy because she dares to steal her prey. He came to slash the spider. Even though I know it's on your side. Lie, hero, I also feel that this ally is quite dangerous. So they continued into the city. Girl, he realized that his spider had been cut off. Even the dragon's breath doesn't work. But this guy can cut a mechanical spider. That guy is a monster. But just ignore him. Your job is to destroy everything in your path. Eyes, you are the embodiment of death. Lamb returned to the Nilo calendar and went to war. Renzi knows this time Alice will come. He's collected 10 pieces of information on the elixir's weapons. Dragon's weapon be a hand included. A disorderly stick glowed with a sip trick. A disorderly sword. They can fly themselves to destroy the enemy. A permissive roy equipped on the third hand. Can be up to 12 meters long. Finally, there's a magic bullet. After Renji's planning for his subordinates. That's when Alice arrived. Fierce battle under the dragons. Officially started. God has grasped the characteristics of the enemy's weapons. So Renji's plan proved very effective. At the beginning of the war, the weapons are constantly being fixed. And they're constantly flying to avoid sniper fire. Cause Alucard to fall into a passive position. At the time Renji was pleased with the current situation. Haru took out a jar. With just a drop of lava from the jar. Could have burned the whole city. But no damage to any military facilities. So reality doesn't pay attention to it. Next is pretending to get shot and fall. The goal is for you to fly low. To destroy the snipers. When you fly high again. They were carried away by the dragons with explosives. Plunge into suicide. Renji's purpose. To do so is to smell the smoke. And become a target for his predatory bugs. But this guy doesn't realize that. What Dragon Byahan do? Just to get him closer to the back tower. The fire has been quietly under control. Out of the tower's mouth. Burn all the ostriches. What about him? There's a magic shield so it is unaffected. He was hit but Renzi. He didn't die and tried to fly back to the castle. This battle is clear. Episode 10. Alia and Kier are still on their way to find Lana. They were suddenly stopped by two people. These guys are trying to hurt. Two girls, but fortunately so. He was there and saved both of them. It's kind enough for both places today. To evacuate with the people. The teacher decided she was going to evacuate and not look for Lana anymore. But there's no point. You have to find someone to leave. Elia was willing to obey the students. Somewhere else. Another battle between two powerful men is about to take place. The spider has been attacking constantly with spider silk, but of course many, be quick enough to avoid it all. On the contrary, Terran. They can't cut through the armor. The rigidity of the spider. The guy immediately motioned to his subordinates from a distance. A boss energy rays shot straight to the machine size. Cause it to crash to the ground. Powerful energy that melts the earth and the rocks. But that's not enough to beat Nilo. She immediately shot Silk. Destroy the soldiers of the Rakai. Loss of effective support. That the guy didn't flinch. He used Spider Silk to rush to. And knocked out the machine's armor. To Nilo's surprise. This machine is actually. It's a bioreactor that works. By the nervous system. So to break this armor, the Dekai used. The knife contains the poison of Hira ginseng to shut down the armor's nervous system and break it. Power of observation. His love is even more likely. Detection of nerve flow. The more you look, the more you determine where you need to fight. I left to be to winning hole for cars. If it is installed here, the win is clear. As a result, Nilo lost his place to wear his hat. This picture. I really don't know anything about the jade. I feel sorry for this girl. For not fulfilling the wish. To be a normal person. But that's the nature of war. Kill or be killed. As for the girl Anna. Poor thing, after a while of running away, accidentally arrived at the place where the Daikai subordinates. Hiding before. She also used the sky to wipe out the city. But with the power of hacking games Kier. That's made that energy go away. I swear I didn't exist. She also uses the language to put out the fire for the whole city. Lana begged Alia not to kill her. The teacher said it wouldn't hurt. But her eyes were filled with murder. Episode 11. The battle between the two countries came to an end. Lithuania is the worst affected country. The new principality was 7 completely defeated in this war. Takai went to Juno and told her to leave. Maybe he's planning to leave too. But when he turned his back, he was beaten by her. Maybe, this girl has decided to avenge her homeland. It doesn't seem like a good situation either. All that's left is a little bit of dust. Try to get back to the princess. Anne told her to run away. At the same time, Hagen was also able to come to this room. He wants to end this dragon. The princess immediately. Stand up for your only family. The bird tried its last bit. He attacked the old man but he was shot again when he was shot. That shot also went through the princess. Finally, when they die, the two of them can be together. You can also touch the body of the person next to you. For so long. Also appeared here. I asked the princess what her wish was. Taryn is still fighting. But it's just killing shrimp. When I saw Bata again. Gave it to him. A piece of paper containing information about the end. Where the Maya died. That's also the kind of payment they made before. After receiving a piece of paper, they. It's the same way. With backseat of Dakai. The boring match with her is still going on. He tried to stand still and let her hit a cho. Stomach. Just as he was about to leave, Sojiro came to the door. So what Juno's been doing is just a matter of time. Let me know that I was cheated. It's too spicy to do anything. A battle between a swordsman and a guy with a sword. But it's not that the sword immediately explodes. Thanks to the magic sword. And when he came out, he struck the enemy's sword. Ward. Success. It is no less than controlling the sword. And the foot of the ruler. But the thief's name is not natural. He cut Suero's sword. And use it to cut her back. The sword in your hand is strong. It's actually a kun sword. The injury it caused was insignificant. Suero. He also fought back by using the enemy's sword. Give him a basic straight line from shoulder to torso. And the glorious life of Kai multi-dimension umbrella. To be honest, this guy is dead. I feel a little sorry for everyone too. He is one of the characters I like the most in this series. 82. After the war is over, Kyuza made a visit to Thailand at the word of the princess. And also to complete the task of assassinating Arathia. And trusted. He wondered if it was. This war game is by trend. And the leaders of Aurelia were. Plan ahead or not. It's all about bringing all the monsters together. It was a global disaster. After the death of the real king. Let them self-destruct each other. Although the question was very good, Tharn refused to answer it. And then he asked a few more questions related to, does she really love my adopted daughter? Let her say her last denial. The last wish of this general. I want the world to be brave. To save people from fear. As for poor Lana, she was lucky. Escape from the hands of Elijah. In this war, there's been a lot of people with extraordinary power. Even though Maya is dead. But those who have the power, if they survive like this, I will be the one to defeat them. She was thinking that she had collapsed from the poison. In fact, she was poisoned by Elijah by fate. While in the cell. Finally, that little man is not immune to death. But I think this is also the best way to escape. Out of the world full fear of this world. Only the strong can survive and the weak always have to live in fear. Hideo and Old Hagen survived the war. They're with their soldiers. Redress the consequences. After the war, Kira and Elijah got into the wagon and fled with the people. She still blames herself for not saving the city. In spite of the strength to do so, she decided to go with Elijah. To be able to learn a lot of things. He also wants her to make peace with Lana Chung next time. Probably alive to make peace. After completing the task, the Kozer, go back to your church. To help the graveyard here and think about how to be able to save innocent people. Without the need for bloodshed or it's a tragic loss. Maybe when the real courage shows up, I'll ask him that question. Zero and also made it to the refugee camp. Although I hate the personality, he doesn't care about others. But she decided it will continue to accompany the guy as a guide to the royal tournament. In exchange, you have to teach Juno more about the distant world of Sojiro. Ito and finding Nilo's spider. Then she was no more. He seems to feel pity too. For this poor girl. Her wish is to join human society. But Hiro, I feel like there's nothing good about the society. That afternoon, Hiro and Alice had a meeting. He delivered the sow bone to Alice. But what this ostrich really wants is to sign up. Royal League. To be at war with Hagen. Of course the request was accepted. Back to a year ago. After the brave destroyed the Demon King. Arabia has always been searching for that brave man. But there's no result. The person in charge of this is a third official named Jackie. Searching for a long time without results. Let him have a thought that maybe because of fake courage, is it dead or not? I was lost in thought when I met Yuka. The 14th General of Arasha came to inquire about the situation. After a while, the Queen and Elijah joined in. At first I thought it was the Queen. The kingdom is sad to see. It's better to let the 29 executives take over. Turns out it's because she's young. They can't participate in political activities. Between win, report, stalemate and search for the Queen to hear. She decided it's a great reward to use. To find the fake. And we don't have to find it because the real brave. To destroy the magic. Because I haven't shown my face yet. Then they claim that AI is the new brave. He doesn't even protest. Yuka proposed a life and death duel. To choose out the brave for the kingdom. Looks like this guy's a pretty cruel guy, too. Yuki doesn't like the idea. And he retreated soon after. The world needs a brave man. And the monsters that threaten the world must be destroyed. The Joker is also planning something. The enemy of the world, the creator. There is fear everywhere. The true king of demons has fought at the hands of an unknown man. Now the age of terror is over. The identity of the unknown hero must be found. There are 4 people in Ishura. Cianati and Lu swordsman Sojiro province. One in a desert area. This place believes they're protected because God is embodied. It's a Korean storm. As it passes by, their souls will be taken to a distant land. It's called heaven. She carries that belief. Quietly walk to the flock of his tribe, waiting for a miracle from God. But the truth is completely different. As the grain storm passes by, only blood and sand are left. In a large area of plains, a giant sleeping all day. A little girl who wanted to test the giant's bow. Of course, only he can use it. Through the conversation, Meli, he will participate in the Royal Olympics in Arusha. The goal is to bring a lot of money back to the village. But I know that, to do that, have to go through a series. Strong opponents are waiting in front. From a distance, Meli saw the thunderstorm coming. From there, the flood waters began to flow. Run straight to the village. Meli drew an arrow and shot through the land. Change the flow in the blink of an eye. When he's done, he rolls out and has a good night's sleep. In a dream, I remember a sick girl. People brought to see Meli. Before she died, she had only one wish. It's sitting on the giant's shoulders. To see the stars for the last time. And Meli happily agreed. You raise the kids high. So much so that they can touch the stars with their hands. Not like the other giants. Meli never left the river sign hungry. They hunt dragons to eat. It should be that people support him to join the guild. To explore the world just a little bit. Before Kier, when the Demon Lord's army is wreaking havoc everywhere. Only the by-sign area is still peaceful. Thanks to the arrows of Meli. You can't deny his strength. The strings of his name. Like ice packs in the sky. Who had a view of the river to the horizon. An unsub, a giant with destructive power. He's Meli. In the city of Tokyo. The dwarf mushroom boy is being chased. In a crowded area, back and forth. You have an eye in the sky. Constantly alert about the surrounding dangers. With the power that comes from your eyes. He saw the cadet's position. Mini crossbow. In the arm and main weapon and with visual abilities. He's dealing with one target at a time. In a precise way. But that power is fading. The ability to see is weakening. And one day those eyes will be completely blind. You finally got where you need to be. The one who's waiting is Ella, the minister of the area. She came to invite you to the Ariasha casino. Cyrus used to be the wisest man on the spy team. Ocean Eye. He's got superior analytical and observational abilities. Pay attention to the smallest detail. As if I could see the future. On the way out, Koro introduced Yukyun as a tiny person with wings. I will accompany you on your next mission. Both at the same table. On the opposition of the ancient kingdom. And the new Lithia kingdom. Led by the saint. Not long out of town. An earthworm that's been stalking before. Kuro had noticed before. But you don't have to. From the carriage a swirling sword. Straight down. The worms go. The one who has just struck no one else is the sword. The military power of Arya. Episode 2. Koro is chatting with Zidma while reading. They both fought for the kingdom of Lithia. But due to differences in ideals, Koro now chooses to join Sho Oriasha. This decision makes Zima upset. But Koro doesn't care. I just want a quiet life. Zima is known as an old comrade, but actually, it's a case with a group of soldiers intent on killing Koro. Clearly the old Lithian kingdom is quietly preparing a plan. He's going to use poison gas to kill the forest. But I haven't done anything yet, just eat an arrow in the eye. He had to go see naked chickens. The story continues to take us to Highland City, Tacky, where the Compasseric to perform the task. Confirmation of residence. Of the residence. To a house covered in pink and blue flowers. I met a beautiful girl with the name. Lyric is right. The first time I met love. The unfortunate boy was injured. Because of the roses, you should come inside to love me. She lives with her father in this house. And when the syrup heard the name. Then the black jade, well, it was horrible. She asked you to deliver a letter to the nobles. This guy Jim should be toxic. America always. In this world, each class of nobles used its own writing system. When you open the letter, the seer detected inside is completely empty. According to the black shirt, then the foreigners has brought with it countless new concepts. There's epidemiology. It's a vampire disease. And then the black pearl is getting it. This disease makes people sick. You will become a slave to the owner. It's also called the body. And pass it on to others through wounds and mucous membranes. The black man tested the syrup's blood. It was discovered that he had become a corpse. The new syrup is at an early stage, so it's not controlled. Feeling betrayed, so you decided to shake hands with the man in black. To punish the Black Pearl. Anti-Firebird Villa. Everything burned to ashes. The soldiers believed that victory was in their hands. But it's not that easy to eat. 2 soldiers suddenly died. The black man couldn't react. Then a knife was stapled to the leg. In their 5th row, there was a body. There's no longer an AI that can distinguish between a friend and an enemy. The bodies just killed people. Lineric and his father slowly walked out. But one of the soldiers fired. Simply because they've all become corpses. The disease is not transmitted through wounds. As people think. It landed through the air. My father is ambitious. To restore his father's Black Jewel organization. Your father is the guy in the wheelchair who turned over. Leonard has summoned his army including Celica Spiderweb. Abyss WJ Hakar of Variation Hope Tower Lena Guys press herself. The freak who awakens. I see that Kier is dying. Because I cheated on you, my brain exploded and died. And you can drink. Turned into a body. Controlled by her to spend the whole time participating. Royal War. To create an era of war once again. Possess the ability, infection, and control the enemy unpredictably. Who leads the elite army who connects everyone. Will into a unified mass. A unique vampire variant. You are the new relic. The black jade is the party table. They talk about the city. Tokyo is controlled by the loyalists. And those of the old kingdom. An attack was planned. But they still hesitate. Because of the emergence of an ominous phenomenon. It's a grain storm. What can? It erodes and destroys everything in its path. Meanwhile, Anu, who is currently in control, is also at the table. He claimed that the Black Pearl had been destroyed and at the same time. Recommendation, who helped me in the last campaign. Join the Congress to move towards a long-term alliance. But an underground market. There's a silent arms trade going on. Items sold. It's guns from the distant world. The merchants were amazed. I've only seen Alex before. Use them. This one will sell very well. For the faithful. And those of the old kingdom. I want to fight Arya. They'll get the upper hand with these superior weapons. That night, Blue grinds gray hair the same last deal again. With the leader of the gang. Grey had recommended. If Bushhead steals the magic sword that Toro left behind. He will join the old nation. To complete the task. Sensei hands him a 6-gun from the distant world. He began to summon his juniors. Tonight they're going to retrieve the magic sword that Toro left behind. Many people are still afraid because Lan spread rumors about a demon. Guard that place. But one who ate a copper candy as a deterrent. There's no choice but to pull together. There are 3 people ahead to lead the way, but only one came back. In a state of blood with Tora. As a young Tora. Too young and kind. He is not qualified to inherit the sword. No, I don't want my son to go down the wrong path. But that all changed after the fight with Alex. Although adept at using magic swords, Mr. Long is still on board. I saw you cut in half. It caused him great pain. And determined to get it back. The magic sword is lost and responsible. Of the name Tora. Horrible from here. Each weapon used by Thor to slaughter. From sword. Love to the scythe. Enough categories to handle long hordes. He's a master of a series of ancient magic swords. They have power comparable to the demons. A swordsman who crossed the line. To become the embodiment of death. He's the horrible Tora. The war. To move to a more fictional setting. Where the giant cage kings are fighting furiously. On the hill are 2 scientists enjoying tea. And compete to see if the brainchild of AI will win. Linyu Crab is the child of Mrs. Kyojuna. We'll capture this guy's pretty mouth. But what's worse is how many times it's destroyed. He can still regenerate and learn from every fall. By combining the knowledge of scholars from the distant world. He's far ahead of any normal golem. It cannot be destroyed at the same time. Only one of them will be born again. It's a perfect entity. And each time endlessly reborn and learned. A creator of false devil. He is Master Lessel. The box of desperate knowledge. Both are coming. To kill people from the old country. And the first target is a grain storm. That carries within itself the power of destruction. Episode 4. Tora, go to Tokyo to join the army. Unit. But the guards made it difficult and refused to let him in. At the right time, Sensei Grey Hair appears and voices for help. When you realize his true identity is the horrible Tora. On the neck of the carriage, Tora wants to join forces for the ancient kingdom. Along with the only goal is to confront Alex and win back. Magic sword of light. But Thor is not easy to trust. About how to approach and talk about grey heads. Tora herself knows the grey head, who sent opposing groups to confirm the Tora team. Alive or dead. So when Sanji offered to cooperate, Tora flatly refused. I know that no matter what side you stand on, your hands, they will also be covered in the blood of the innocent. You seem to have inherited the will of the father. Although the negotiations failed 7. But I'm interested in Tora. So CNC has revealed an important secret. The sword that Tora had been searching for all this time. It is no longer in the hands of Guinness. That was stolen by Kizuna. At the canyon, Ariasha forces arranged a large-scale ambush. To get ahead of the county storm and evacuate the civilian ministry to keep its existence secret. Of the main cards, Kuro also participated in the campaign this time. However, you're insecure because your clairvoyance is weakening. And not as sharp as before. In the storm, Kuro shouted at the little girl. But you decided to stay. And continue to accompany you. On a car speeding down the valley. And Mestel is holding a crab magic sword and dancing feet. Test whether it is as cool as a willow sword or not. From now on, I'll call Golem Mestel. They both quickly realized that a firestorm was approaching. For Kyojuna, the storm is a rancor. It's wiped out your flourishing country. Turn it all into a wasteland. Tora came to find the sword. One of your remote slashes makes the neck roll over. Fortunately, Golem was able to catch her. He was going to use a 6-caliber gun. But Thora wouldn't let that happen. I pulled out the poison bone. Freezing the gun causes it to explode on the spot. At the same time, the poison is eating away at the golem's life. To make sure, without Lanra, the golem is forced to sacrifice the arm, then fire bullets repeatedly to counterattack. Tora hasn't been able to identify my fault yet. Golem has a mouth. Meanwhile, Kubo still watched from a distance and recognized the typhoon. Bring the day closer. Tora and her mother are both chasing the storm. But it's not just a sandstorm. It's a living organism. To wipe out everything on the way it goes. Set year. Flora took her chance. He attacked his mother to steal the sword. Still in time to react, he rushed to the defense and counterattacked with missiles. The closer we get, the more creatures inside the storm, more clearly out. The mother tried to warn Manuel. But Golem was still attacked by the magic sword movie. In a dangerous situation, Mother plunged straight into the storm. To take advantage of the time to deal with the poison, Manuel creates a small golem to stop the Thora. The situation is even worse for both of you, but still haven't unleashed the brute. Ghost sword for Tora. Now Tora herself. It's also starting to be affected by the storm. Suddenly from the sky, a giant piece of iron plummeted straight down. Blow everything, make the storm stop. That's Meli's arrow. Fired according to Kuro coordinates provided by radio. But due to Koro's clairvoyance, calculation deviation, make the arrow miss the target. Directly. Meli joined this mission on condition. The capital will repair the road and provide agricultural tools to the village. It also prevents a grain storm. It's heading towards the Sina River. Kuro needs to get closer to get the coordinates right. But it's not that simple. Because the storm was actually a dragon's dragon. Using jargon to cover the body in a storm. Can't reach. After a long struggle, the Mestal. Now successfully recreated. But it's too late. Tora has obtained the magic sword. Get bored with each other for a while, then they all turn to the Serpent Council. The mother calculated. According to the master plan, use creative power to create a life-sized ballast weapon. The giant creature was writhing. And then go deep into the ground. Kuro has 7 hopes for his own abilities. But your vision isn't that simple. Unconsciously the eyes have chosen not to see. If the task is complete, the Auratia will eliminate you immediately. For fear of death, Kuro's eyes chose the option. The safest way to protect you. But now you're not afraid. You will choose to save people. The sky is shining. The serpent's position was seen through the earth. And that's all it takes. The serpent was under Meli's arrow. He's the one who understands the world through perception. See through all 5 senses of your opponent. Have an intuition beyond imagination. He is the one who has the vision of a prophet. A goblin, he's Kuro. While you're all arguing about being knocked over, the little girl rushed down for help. Because Kuro is dying. Tora admired the spirit of the goblin. I decided to save him. Without any hesitation, you traded the magic sword. Get the war car in time to launch to the city. William and I didn't take advantage of this opportunity to retrieve the magic sword. The decision was to leave it. They won a major road battle to get back the magic sword. Thanks to the little girl, Yuro survived. At first, I was cold enough to kick her out. Episode 6 in General Bunkinitzel was arrested. All the plans of the Togians went completely bankrupt. From the grain sand campaign, even the rebels have been wiped out. Selkie asked General Gilneas, have to fight Rockcliffe with a fair match. In the tradition of the kingdom, before the Canet was released. Once I went to buy flowers. That one hit me with your sword. Sadistic ghost sword. That's parallel. June 8 secret planning with Gromzo sperm. One of the few survivors returned. After the war with Maya. The general is not going to play fair. He secretly planned to sneak in. Rockley from the stands. The net entered the match. Both sides, they said they would fight fairly. But the reality is different. General gets Romeo Dirty Pen. With a magic sword in his hand. He easily broke Rockley's sword. But Rodley didn't just know how to use a sword. He can use many kinds of magic at the same time. It doesn't stop there. He gripped the sword. Knowing the activation method of the magic sword. It's the speed. General, still waiting for his troops to shoot arrows sneaking from the stands. But the dirty playboy meets the dirty playboy. Rockley's got support equipment ready. Help deploy Bluetooth words. Thanks to other wizards. Road light, it was easy to kill the general with a single blow. Right after that. In the midst of the cry of the people. He said he would beat the whole thing. Rivals in the upcoming royal competition. Crotchway knows the coming rivals will be strong. Is that he just asked for a Ramzo book for his opponent? Let's say this is a fight for life and death. Front. In the evening, Rockley went to see a girl named Ishura. There's another sim here. Ishura hugs you and gives you comfort. After going down with General Gilnet. A brave and honorable man. He is the one who stands at the pinnacle of true swordsmanship. A warrior who fights through both manipulation and conspiracy. Who's backed by a whole country. He had all the help on the battlefield. He is the strongest man in the world. He's a knight. He's Rockley. The Oriation army is bored with William and his mother. Both of you are ready to be brave. Kuro is now awake. You're grateful to the little girl for saving your life. After leaving advice for both. Tora has left. On the way he met the 12th General of Arasha. Someone who looks nothing more than a child. She asked for Chotora's participation in the royal competition. Where you'll have a chance to confront Alos. But I remember what Kuro said. Don't let others take advantage of you, you should be Tora. Still not agreed. Molly's participation. The previous mission was actually, it's just the Aratian side's way of seeing his power. Meanwhile, the reconnaissance teams are also active. Get 10 facts about other fake heroes. Participate in the royal competition. Grey hair CNC boy is very active in that. And is currently on the side of the Okahu Free City. Episode 7 in the Cold Snow Mountains. Two men are scouring for a creature called Lunoko Winter, including a black-handed Argentinian general. The young man with, I have a burning desire. Want to do a roof battle with a dragon? To prove yourself strong enough. Same with Rockley. That creature is a dragon with a price tag. And sharp claws. As soon as he saw it, he drew his sword. Ready for battle. This creature is just kidding to little people. In an ironic tone, May. To blind to my own power. The knight ate a foot fan. And skewed for some ice. He completely loses his chance to win. The general quickly realized that the creature is losing hope of life. How many years have you? The knights came in turn. But it all comes to an end. It's death. Donoka. It's so superior to the little creatures out there. So when the general asked her to go to Arabia, where the strongest warriors are gathered, and she agreed. Only she has the strength to confront Albert. A dragon that breathes destruction. It can change the climate of an entire land. The most powerful creature in centuries. The only person in history with the word freezing. You are Lunoko Winter. The scene continues to shift to the middle of the desert. A caravan of armed traders is on the move. There's a chubby guy with a box on his back. It looks no different than Tanjiro. Talking about the library in a sandbox. A repository of knowledge from the distant world. That library is guarded by the Slipper Wolf tribe. On the sand dunes, two werewolves are targeting the humans. The great wolf CA jumps down from the sand dunes to test his skills. The crowd did not react. Each one was cruelly hacked. No one left behind. But when the two werewolves go back to your village, in front of them is a pile of rubble. A creature from the sand labyrinth has struck for the people. In the village of life and death. That's the name of the beast. It doesn't look any different than a slime. The wolf couldn't do anything. It's been predicted in every direction. Anne dropped the pill on the spot. The last boss of the wolf has just appeared. It's a dastardly Nestle. He was one of the first people to fight Maya. It's been 21 years since we first met. Since the beast seals were left in the maze. I was not strong enough to fight the Demon King. The wolf is old, but it is not. It's still very flexible. He sent Lao people. With 2 sharp axes charging at them. But the slime can read every blow. Don't miss a beat. But now Nasus uses until. He can increase circulation in the body. Self-healing in the game. The two of them crashed into each other violently. Maybe after years in the sand maze. It absorbed all the knowledge in the library. Slime is hit for the dastardly life without death. Weather for sticky. How many times do you keep using the word recovery? This is not a one-on-one fight. It's just a friendly meeting between the two. So no one has to die. Please come to Anatina. Because now the Demon Lord no longer let him defeat. So let's find the one who destroyed the Demon King. He's a master of countless martial arts from the distant world. Mastery of the art of combat has been forgotten. In the monastic world, he unleashed deadly attacks. Not under any normal physical structure. A fighter, a beast. He's the endless Sanat. Episode 8 Middle Saw Desert. The Explorer Yukira. I found the man with the box. I don't know who's inside the box or what. But it's capable of talking. We don't know what the purpose of both is. But they're headed for the last land. The true Mayo of the South. At the same time in Arimo, the people kneeled and prayed for the rabbi's help. They want you to use magic. To destroy a great demon hiding in the forest. It's a bloodthirsty creature that eats humans. The next morning the rabbi left the village. The same hunter into the snow forest. They're tired of the big devil in the forest. The rabbi saw no sign of danger. Come closer, try to communicate. But he can't seem to hear. I can feel the heart inside the devil. And the rabbi decided to take him back to the village. Stand up to people and try to convince them. Be open to accepting him. They both lived in the church. But it turns out he's not deaf. It's just not understanding words. Little contact with the outside world. So she gave him a name, OH. Unspeakable. From there, OH people integrate with life in the village. Help the people. They're even taught literacy and religion. He doesn't eat meat either. That only live on nuts and beans from the forest. The villagers stopped accepting him and the rabbi. She sings like a child. Like your former students. One day the village fell into Belka peril. A warrior who went to fight the Demon King has returned. But right now, your mind is obsessed. And always say that the Maya are not dead. The voice is echoing in my head. It makes you lose control. She uses the word create lava. To destroy and attack the village. The rabbi tried to stop her with words. But in vain. You have to respond with a word creating tornadoes. Come out between the two. The magic suddenly disappeared. In front of him, all the words were useless. Not sure by what power. But only for a moment. Belka's legs are twisted upside down. Then you fell on the spot. It's cruel. The neo-vegetarian has broken her head and is slowly enjoying her brain. So far, Oscar hasn't been able to eat meat. He chose not to eat. But the Lanra rumors are starting to scare you. The extremists are coming to kill you. The rabbi has a plan. Let you run away. But he still doesn't. The darkness has dealt with one by one outside. Without any mercy. While fleeing, the rabbi was struck by an arrow. But QZ appeared in time to save. But she didn't make it. Before she died, the rabbi left the letter O. The last message. Give up the previous teachings. And live true to your nature. eating all lives equally. The teacher's student. Also a general named Nawful. He asked Aj to be brave. To destroy everything together. He's the one with the power to undo everything. Force your awareness on others. It's a giant and the power of a monster. A rabbi, a great demon. He is the unspeakable H. The 9th floor of the massacre in the village of Arimo. The army of Ariesha was there. Start cleaning up the mess that's left. The explorer with the box behind him. Passing through the village of Arimo, to continue the journey. To the last land. Because the road was blocked, he took a different route. But unfortunately, he ran into a group of strangers. They can come from Okaho. For carrying new guns. He seemed unfriendly and was about to strike out with Yukiharu. You're lucky you're quick. Pretend to have an appointment with the Aryans. So the Kier had to retreat because they didn't want to touch the nest. Fire ant. In Okahu City. A guy named Morio, claiming to be the king of magic, is assembling a very powerful mercenary team. Currently second only to Ariesha in power. In this city, he was attacked by a visitor. All the time. So it's there now. Repeat for those who forget. Is a mercenary from part 1. At the right time, the owner shows up with a bag of money. Assigned tasks, silenced by visitors at the gate. Not just the show, everyone who was in the bar at the time. Take the mission together. 3 people chose to attack first. When I just heard the camera. Eat some copper candy and take a sip. I don't know where it came from. Sensei's here to provide you with weapons. You both know each other because you're the same guy. Top grade prompt. Remember. That battle is not accidental. It's the preliminary round for the royal match. You're a soldier from another world with a gun. You can liberate an entire city. Make every shot impossible. She's a wanderer. And she's Kazuki the Tone. She doesn't care much about the words that she says. The only thing she cared about was seeing Morio. So she started flying her car straight into the city. It's like fighting and dancing and singing like a K-pop idol. Kazuki still handled everyone easily. Even when the whole council. Before fighting, Sho offers a contract. If Kazuki loses, you have to give up the right to participate in the royal match. But before I could show anything, the show had a blast. Go ahead, Grandma. You always lose money and die early. That skeleton is still on its way. Find your own source. He's the one with the skills. Spears beyond all heroes. A dead body. Can be separated and merged at any time. He's the spear, he's the skeleton. 10 explorers with the box. They were in the last land. It seems like a place where there is going to be a fight. These 2 are there. Here they continued. To reveal the end of those who were sent here. Inquiry from the royal capital. The first case, if they're lucky, they'll faint and wake up. It's like being saved by that AI. Or they'll be killed at the edge of the land. Killed by those who came from. Okahu City has erased all clues about this place. A strange boy came to the last land. And saw people here being attacked by a mad mob. Each other live not raw die. The wolf guarding Chomaking suspects the boy. Why did you walk into this hell? But he answered simply. That he's a poet. Come here and play a song. The boy's voice still echoes. With the sound of the guitar. He'll choose his own way to fight. In the hope of making the magic move. With my own voice. He is the one. The transition to a new character group is be a fisher making a trust. Destroy all the dangerous creatures in the last land. There are also rumors about the fall of the Demon King. The next day, the 3 of us entered the land. The deranged people came. Coming like the undead. Haven't fought for long. Then a little girl suddenly came, shot the Kravinian worm off the neighborhood's back, and yelled at us for bullying people here. Looks like she's a resident of this place. In times of chaos here. The girl who saved a little girl named Safida. And you've never seen each other since. That girl is Thoma's super strong French. Archery air power super speed. River had to dodge constantly without breathing. Kropny is stripped of its whole being, revealing the true form of a dung beetle. Jun flew the whole village. I can't do anything about it. After a fight, cut off your forehead and come back to talk. I found out they are all good people. She just wants to protect people who are losing their minds. And Rio was entrusted with taking them back to the city of Okasai. Because your arrow was drugged. Help them get their life back. Knowing the truth, she happily jumped into the river. And the Maganda worm. It's actually just swallowing to keep them alive in the body. They don't eat either. The girl's shirt looked like a crop top. He gave his jacket to Toma. French temporary cover. She wants to prevent take herself to the royal capital. I hope to see the little girl I saved. Central, it's also where the royal tournament will take place, and Kropny. They also want a place to participate. You are from the last land. Is the embodiment of spooky and mysterious magic. Possesses overwhelming physical strength. He can crush all techniques and magic. With the ability to be invulnerable to any attack group. A strong warrior. She's a spiritist. Episode 11, Return to the Explorer. We've been given one more detail. The Okahu knew that the real Maya was AI. And that could create a major scandal. Guy, this Yukiharu is not a normal person either. It's got a lot of secrets. Around their investigative journey. This character's name is Yukiharu. The original script was wrong. So I've been misreading Yukiharu ever since. On the way back, Yukiharu bumped into the grim faces the day before. Not many words this time. They pulled out their guns and stole their hands, but River immediately stood up to protect. Because he's a little devil. And I found something to negotiate with the city. Okahuru. Sensei is having a meeting with Morio. Is the head of the Okaho Free City. He currently uses the identity of Hiroto. Sensei Greyhead. Maybe it's just an alias, used when making underground transactions. Okahu now. This became a real threat to the city. Hiroto wants to cooperate. By the mercenary power of the Free City itself. Okahu is not only that. He's planning a campaign. Perfect combat. It's a post-war scenario. Is carefully calculated, to ensure a win-win outcome. To prove their trust to Morio as well as the people. Greyhead took advantage of his eloquence. He skillfully pokes Oriesha. That they are threatening the existence of the Okahu. It's not a good country. Not respecting equal rights. Between races as Free City Oku is doing. Juggling the story. Help people feel more for him. After the speech, he exposed his demonic army. It's a race. Thought to be extinct. Nay, under his leadership has come back strong. With the guns, it is available on all battlefields. Willing to be allies with the Free City of Oko. Mario tried to interrupt. But Hiroto quickly pretended to give him the speaker. Then shake hands. To create a play. Perfect cooperation between the two sides right now, in front of everyone. Mario was trapped and now there's no turning back. Forced to agree to cooperate. But Greyhead has a plan. That's using the military Toge. According to Yugi, the plan is ready. The first army. The ogre came to warn the Arya army. Led by General Dan. They had the only option to withdraw. It's between two armies of the Old Kingdom. Commanded by Kenya. The Turks knew that Arabia was retreating. So we chose to cross the forest to stop them. This plan has been laid out before. But when the cavalry was advancing, was suddenly swept away by the water. The team is broken. On the shore, The demon squad is waiting to shoot down one by one. It's called Ozone Zedma. From the land that finally showed up to fight. Right now, Hiroto blocks the way to negotiate with General Dan. Greyhead pushes Dan into a difficult position, create a misunderstanding that the general shook hands with a mercenary team from OKO to defeat the Tokyo army. With that misunderstanding, the reformists will easily make him fly. Because in Ariasha it's now divided into two camps. One side wants to reform with courage. On the other side, the Queen doesn't support this. Hiroto make a proposal. We'll disband the Oku army and completely submit to the imperial capital, if the general and a visa officer accept the nomination. Yugi the Devil and Ozone Jack Ghost Mess participate in the royal tournament. That's the guy with the talent to argue and negotiate. Capture your opponent with just a glance. The man behind an unknown country. But it makes it grow. Beyond the civilization of humanity. He's a politician, a human being. That's the paradoxical Hiroto. Episode 12 goes back to 21 years ago. A group of 7 first entered the northern city of the last land. There's 7 people, that's Elena, she's a homophobic. Lunely Shaman Ronzo Pure Land Yugo Romantics. They are the last hope of this world. They worry about the castle. But in front of me was a girl in uniform. The modern student. The whole group then stands together. The pressure from her is too great. She showed me a ballpoint pen. And Yugo stabbed at himself. With just one look, she made someone commit suicide. Someone killed his friend. That's how she destroyed the world of the Willow Sword. No need for the term incompetence. No magic tools. But still create unexplained phenomena. ATA is a dead man, a ghost. It's the Demon King, the enemy of all things Shiki. The reformists understood Hiroto's every move. And are planning to manipulate the situation after the main, with the Queen. They believe will prevail on all fronts. Every opponent is being closely monitored. The master was in the capital, laughing like a squirrel orangutan. The magic is thanks. Krofny was invited to the house of a noble lady. Next is the hot couple. Alex and Sirius made up before the short tournament. Then PK itself always let it hot. Tora's about to leave. They were surrounded by soldiers and accused of impersonation, because everyone thought Tora was horrified to die. They want to steal all the magic swords. After a while with the media, Tora has also begun. I was interested in the war. Kuro is seeing Lena right now. Is a member of the Black Pearl organization, where Kuro used to work. He has no intention of going back. Lady, Lineric was quietly listening to the whole conversation. Freed next door is also worried. Afraid that Kuro's heavenly vision will see through their every move. The lyric is calm. Because as long as he doesn't touch the people he values, then there's nothing to worry about. The girl now has her own side. And his little brother is giving join the battle. Millie also carried the body here and was lucky to save Juno, the girl in season 1. And that omnipotent mantra just happened to be there. So the most bloodthirsty people have gathered. Royal Capital. Let's take a look at these 16 faces. Number 1 Sojiro Willow Sword. Number 2 Alucard. Number B Akir all-powerful subject number for Millie terrain cover. Number 5 Natsume static CA. Number 6 lyric black magic. Number 7 Thora horror. 8 Metaclasio the box of desperate knowledge. 19 Kiru voyeurism. No. 10 broccoli absolute. 11 Lunoka winter. 12 Ciano endlessly endless. Number 13 Oh no language. Number 14 Soyun Tram. Number 15 Magic. Number 16 Hiroto Paradox. In the last 2 seasons, we've learned about these 16 characters. 2 seasons to introduce the characters. The film hopes that the next one will come out soon, so that we can continue to follow content of the depth of this anime series. Some details are still missing, and the omniscience behind it is still waiting to be revealed. So let's look forward to the next one with L. When Season BA comes out. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. See you guys in the next video.